Hello everybody and welcome back. Today is April 23rd, which means that today is Record Store Day 2022. Now some of the titles that were scheduled to come out this month have been pushed back to June 18th from what I understand. So I guess we'll have to be making another trip back to the record store in another couple months here, which is not really a big deal to me. So there's just 5 things that I picked up this time for Record Store Day. So we'll open those together and take a look at what I picked up. And then after that, I got a few more things that I've kind of collected, and we'll take a look at those as well as kind of a bonus. So stay tuned to the end to see everything else I picked up. There's more than just vinyl records here in this video. So first up, everybody at the store got one of these Record Store Day posters. This is from the Dogfish Head brand. They're apparently the official beer of Record Store Day. Every year we get a poster like this, I think. So I'll have to switch out my poster that I got hanging on the wall here for this with this one. And then everybody else in the store also got this free CD from Atlantic Records, Record Store Day Volume 2, Music for Everyone. It seems like every so often they'll give out some free CDs at Record Store Day, but there's usually never too much music on there that I am interested in at all. So I'll maybe give it a listen once and see what it's like, but probably nothing of my taste. And finally, before I get to the albums themselves, when I checked out, they were giving out these free bumper stickers as well. Spinning My Kid's Inheritance. Thought that was pretty funny. All right. So first up, the first album that I picked up here is from America. Now this was originally released in 1975, and this is a Record Store Day first, which, if I'm not mistaken, that means that these are first put out for Record Store Day, and then after a period of time they'll release some more copies of this. But as it is right now, there's just 1,000 copies. This is from Friday Music, and there was two copies of this. There's a white vinyl and a blue vinyl. I was trying to decide which one I wanted, and I ended up going with the limited edition blue vinyl for this one. And in case you haven't seen this album before, here's the track listing on the back. Lots of great songs from America there. And of course produced by Beatles producer George Martin. Now these albums that I've picked up today for Record Store Day I haven't opened yet, so you'll be seeing these with me for the first time as well. So we'll just slice the shrink wrap here and take a look. If I can get my knife to cooperate with me, here we go. All right, and we're in. All right, nothing inside there besides the record. So we got a nice polyline sleeve here. And here's the record itself. Very nice bright blue color. Again, this is put up through Friday Music. So that's very nice. All right, next up, I went with the Offspring Greatest Hits. This album was originally released in 2005, and this is the first time it's been released on vinyl. There's the hype sticker there. All right, and this was, I believe, 7,000 copies of this have been released. There's all the tracks included there. So we'll take a look at the vinyl itself. If I can get this open. All right, we're almost there. Okay. All right, first off, we got a little insert here. It shows we got, let's see, we got lyrics, and I guess it shows which album each song came off of. So here's side 1. And side 2. And then the vinyl. Just a plain paper sleeve for this one. And this is on, let's see, what does it say? Exclusive blue vinyl. A little bit more of an opaque vinyl. They're not as bright as the previous one, but still pretty cool looking. All right. Okay, set that off to the side. Then next up we have, this is the Proclaimers Sunshine on Leith. And this is a 2 LP expanded edition. It's got remastered audio and a second album of bonus tracks and rarities, as well as some BBC sessions. This was originally put out in 1988. Now, if you look back in some of my one of my previous videos, I did a video on some Proclaimers albums that I picked up, some original ones. So be sure to check that out. And here's the track listing on the back here. There's the original album. And then the second album there's got some bonus tracks. And this one says that it's a Record Store Day exclusive, so I don't know if there'll be more copies of this to come out or not. I doubt it when it's an exclusive. I think that means the 2,000 copies that have been released is what we'll get. So we'll take a look at these albums here. All right, anything besides the vinyl? Nope. Okay. So here's side one, the sleeve. It looks like they got some lyrics printed on there. Side two. Wow, this is a really nice looking, I really like the colors on this one. Kind of a green marble color. Very cool. All right, then we got the second album here. Side three, got some information for each song there. And again, the same kind of green and black and white marble vinyl there. It's really nice looking. So there you go. All right, next up, I went with the Rolling Stones, More Hot Rocks, Big Hits and Phased Cookies. Now this was originally released in 1972, and I guess this is the 50th anniversary then for this. Let's see if we can see what it says here. Exclusive limited edition, 2 180-gram glow-in-the-dark vinyl. Lithographs on archival paper and original gatefold art. Take a look at the track listing there. There you go. Made in the Czech Republic. So we'll take the shrink wrap off this one since it's a gatefold. We can kind of get a look at what's inside there. And that kind of shiny obi type strip comes off the side there, so we just got the album itself here. And then inside the gatefold, all right, and then we'll see what's inside here. Alright, so here's one of the lithographs. Got a stamped Abco logo there. Here's first side of the sleeve, second side, and the nice glow-in-the-dark vinyl. The London Stereophonic label. And in the second side, let's see what we got here. We got the second lithograph. And then the second sleeve here, along with more glow-in-the-dark vinyl. All right. And then the last thing that I picked up today for Record Store Day, I haven't really heard too much from this artist, but when I saw this album was going to be released, I thought I'd take a chance on it. It's the John Craigie, Abbey Road Lonely. He's a singer-songwriter from Portland, Oregon, and he's kind of in the style of Bob Dylan. He sounds a little bit like Bob Dylan with just the acoustic guitar and harmonica. He does the entire Abbey Road album here, and this is a 2-record set limited to 500. And this is on marbled asphalt colored vinyl. It's got its own sleeve there, protective sleeve. So here again is the front cover and the back. And it says this is a live recording, so he's got, he does a song and then he does a little bit of talking in between each song there. So there's the track listing, and then we got a gatefold here. All right, we'll take a look at this colored vinyl. What was it again? Asphalt colored vinyl? Okay, kind of a black and gray marbled color. That's really cool looking too. There's the first one. And let's see the second one here. All right. Very nice. And so today, after I left the record store, I decided to swing by Barnes & Noble to see if they happen to have anything that I was interested in looking at. I've noticed that my Barnes & Noble store that I go to regularly, they've really shrunk down the size of their vinyl section. They used to have 2 long rows full of vinyl albums. Now they're down to just about 1, maybe a little over 1. So there's not a whole lot to choose from, so I didn't really see too much that I wanted there. But the one thing I did pick up, since I have all of her other albums on vinyl and I didn't have this one, I decided to pick it up, especially since it was in the 25% off bin. It's Adele's first album, 19. And I got the price sticker covering up the track listing there, but we'll take a look at the vinyl and you can see for yourself. Go pretty quick with this one. Here's the sleeve with the lyrics. And then just your standard black vinyl there. You can see the track listing if you want. All right. Then a couple other albums here that I've picked up since my last video. They aren't Record Store Day releases, but I did pick up the Target exclusive of Jack White's new album. I've got all the albums by the White Stripes and Jack White himself. I really enjoy his music. It's maybe not everybody's taste in music, but this is I think this is a really good album. If you are a Jack White fan, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. This is really good. And here's the back. Fear of the Dawn. And so this one just came out in April here now, and he's got another album, a solo album coming out in July, I believe. So a couple quick releases there from Jack right in a row. So this comes with some inserts and some colored vinyl. There's a nice little art print of Jack himself there. Got some information there. And there is 2 lyric sheets. Here's side 1 lyric sheet here. And then here's side 2. It's interesting because this is on like kind of a heavy cardstock, but this one's on a much thinner kind of paper. So there's Jack's always got some different stuff going on with his albums for sure. His polyline sleeve here, and oh, let's see, what did they call this? This is Moon Glow white vinyl. It's really nice looking. I like this one. There's the first side and side 2. And I'm not sure if it's going to show up on the camera very well, but if you get it in just the right light, there's some blue in there that does kind of reflect. You can maybe kind of see it in the dead wax there, but it's the entire album has got this kind of blue glowing type color to it. It's really neat. And there is also a independent store exclusive colored vinyl to it as well, and I'm sure there's Third Man Records colored vinyl as well, so lots of different variations on that album out there. Another thing from Target that I picked up is this one from the Gibb, Barry Gibb. It's called Greenfields, the Gibb Brothers Songbook Volume 1. Like I said, this is a Target exclusive. I was placing an order on Target, and I needed so much quantity to get to a free shipping. So this was in their clearance section on Target, so I decided to pick this one up. It's basically a lot of the Bee Gees songs here, and they're duets with some country artists and some other people there. Wasn't quite sure what to expect with this album, but after giving it a listen, I really enjoyed this album. This is really well done. Barry Gibb sounds good on it, and all the people that he's having duets with sound good. This is a sea glass colored vinyl, it's called. There's the first one. And the second one is basically the same. There's 3 songs on each side here. There's a lot of dead wax there. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, if you're a fan of the Bee Gees or Barry Gibb alone, I definitely recommend picking this one up. It's a really good listen. And then finally, since I have 2 younger children at home, they've been really into this movie lately. It seems like we listen to this album almost every night, which is either good or bad, I don't know. The songs kind of stick in your head, but this is the soundtrack to the Encanto film. And again, this is the Target exclusive here. There's the track listing. And then we get this little booklet here with all the lyrics. Lyrics to all the songs. So you can follow along with that. And then it also comes with this poster. And this is also on colored vinyl. It's a nice bright green color. And for all of this, it was under $20, so I thought it was a really good deal too. So I'm sure my kids will enjoy listening to this on repeat. All right, then a couple other things that I picked up recently. I see the Criterion collection just released this, so I decided to pick it up. I've never seen this film before, but I've always been interested to see it. It's The Girl Can't Help It with Jane Mansfield. And one reason I've been interested to see it is because it's got these performances by Little Richard, Fats Domino, Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran. So I've never seen the film, but I'm just hoping that it's pretty decent. If you can get a look there, you can see all the bonus stuff that's included on this Criterion collection, if my camera wants to focus. There we go. All right, and then let's see, here's the disc inside. And it comes with this, might be kind of hard to show this on camera here, but it's kind of an accordion style booklet. Lots of information and some pictures. And on this side we got some more pictures and some credits and things like that. And then it also comes with this replica booklet here. I believe this is an excerpt from a book that's included here. So there's that. All right, then also while I was at Barnes & Noble today, I went over to the newsstand and I found some magazines I decided to pick up. I don't normally pick these up too often, but a few of these piqued my interest a little bit. Here's one from the Mojo magazine collector series about the Beatles. Lots of different information in here. It's a pretty thick magazine here. These are really hard to show on camera unless I switch the camera around, but part one here, we got the studio albums they talk about. So they kind of go album by album and track by track, talking about each thing there. And then let's see what's section 2. If I can get through all the albums here. Compilations, rarities, and live albums they talk about. So we got like the one album, they go track by track talking about those. Thought this was a cool picture here, cool spread. The Beatles in mono they talk about. The anthology albums. And then part 3, they go over their films and books. I think that pretty much finishes out the magazine. So we got some different pictures there. We talk about Hard Day's Night, Help, Yellow Submarine, the anthologies, 8 Days a Week. Just lots of great information in here, I'm sure. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then just up from that, I saw there was George Harrison's face was peeking out over the top of a magazine. So here's another Mojo magazine. This has got an article in here about George Harrison, the Quiet Beatles Fight to be Heard. And I marked the section here about George, so we'll take a look at that here. So they go over some information about George, and then there's an article about George's 30 greatest songs, and then there's also an interview with Paul McCartney in here about George as well. And we got George's 30 greatest songs according to Mojo magazine. And then here's a never before printed in full Paul McCartney's words on the 10th anniversary of his bandmate's ultimately untimely death. So nice interview with Paul McCartney here, a couple pages on that. And that's pretty much everything about the George Harrison in this one, but several other good articles in there as well. And then just above that, I saw this Uncut magazine with Paul McCartney's face on it. So they got some interviews with some people who know Paul McCartney over the decades. This is kind of celebrating his 80th birthday, which is coming up in June. So here's the McCartney at 80 section. So they kind of go decade by decade, just kind of getting some information from different people that he's been with over the years. We got some Quarrymen, we got Klaus Voormann there from the 60s. And some more here. And we get into the 70s, we got Pete Townsend, Denny Seiwell, Michael Lindsay Hogg. Just lots of different people celebrating Paul McCartney. We got the 2000s and beyond, and that was pretty much the end of that. But also in this issue it's their Uncut's 300th issue, so they actually have a section in here that goes over the 300 greatest albums of Uncut Magazine's lifetime. So from I think it was 1997 until today, they go over the 300 best albums from that time frame, according to the people that work at Uncut Magazine. So I noticed there was a couple Paul McCartney albums in here that were mentioned. Chaos and Creation in the Backyard was in here, as well as McCartney 3 was actually number 27 in here, which I thought was pretty high on the list. There we got 27 is McCartney 3. And then after this, there's a section on Bob Dylan as well, which is pretty cool. I'll have to be sure and give that all a read as well. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Sorry that got to be a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I just want to thank everybody for watching, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. And take care, everybody.